Penon Quattro. Let's talk about it. The Penon Quattro is on loan from a friend of the channel. Big shout out to Mike for lending this to me. This is a 4 dynamic driver IM that is encouraged to have over 200 hours of burn-in. I'm not a huge fan of burn-in as I don't really feel that it impacts the drivers immensely, but it will impact how your brain will adapt to a sound. You can adapt to any IM that you want to. And this is an interesting IM. It is not bad, but my brain was not able to adapt to this IM. But let's first look at the build quality of this IM, and then we'll go from there. The shell and ergonomics of this shell is fine. It works. It has a metal nozzle. It's a decent shell. I don't want to say it's one of Penon's even better shells. Like, I like the comfort and fit of the Fan 3S that I just reviewed recently. And I think that might be the better way to go, but it is a nice looking shell. The design of a lot of Penon shells are kind of blending to each other. I would encourage them to maybe try something a little more sparkly or a little bit more dark or different than the blue tones. The cable is nice, red for right, blue for left. This is a nice cable. I love the punchy, fun, vibrant color of it. Kind of a little bit loose of a chin slider, but it works. Y split's nice, and it terminates in a 4.4 connector. The case is not super exciting, but it is premium and well made. It feels nice on the hand, and I enjoy this case a great deal. Let's first by looking at some of the accessories of this IM. We do have like the full unboxing experience here. You can see the price at $400, and you'll see it needs to be burned in for 200 hours right here on the Penon audio site. So how does the Penon Quattro sound? Bold, engaging, warm, and rich. It's a nice IM with reasonable micro details for the price, but it's not for me. There's something about the upper treble that really drives me crazy, and I hate sometimes over exaggerating this, but I do get treble sensitive to certain IMs, and this one hits me in the wrong spots. But I think if you're looking for a warm IM that doesn't really have a lot of glassy sparkle, this might be a good option for you to try. It has a mature, rich, thick, warm sound that I think is going to be for some and not for others. The sound stage does feel really wide, and it is a unique effect of this IM. It's a nice set, and I think there's going to be a lot of people that will like it that are not treble sensitive and that do like a warm tonality. For me, it's sort of, it's a pass. It's okay. But again, I fully recommend it to people that want a warm tonality. Let's look at some graphs and then we'll go from there. All right, let's look at the graph of the Penon Quattro, and you'll notice like it has a big 4K spike. It has a lot of warm tonality, meaning that its bass rise starts at like 700 and just kind of starts coming up. This is a lot like other IMs that Penon has done, like the 10th anniversary. It's a little bit like that. The 10th anniversary isn't really as smooth. I think there's something about the 10th anniversary that's pretty nice. It has EST drivers, which you might like. So the treble might be a little bit more agreeable, but it kind of depends on what you want. As we look at other IMs, I like the Fan S 3S. It's a little bit cheaper. You might be able to get it on sale for $200. It's a nicer set. It just has a richer bass, and it's basically a better version of what the Quattro is. It's a newer, I believe the Fan 3S is a newer version, and it would get a recommend over the Quattro. Again, the Quattro does have a unique sense to it, but to me, sometimes when you get IMs that are so similar in cost, like the way I'm trying to review and the way I try to talk to people is like, you know, if you're on the street and like, hey, which one of these two would you recommend? I would just say, yeah, go with the Fan 3S because it's cheaper. But again, with any IM, you should always demo them, give them the opportunity. You might like that unique soundstage of the Quattro better. But for me, it was just so harsh on my ears that it didn't make it worth the investment to my ears. other IMs I wanted to compare this to is the Dyna Quattro, and this is a lot cheaper IM. It has a little bit more linear bass, has a little bit more clean upper mids. I kind of would go with the Dyna Quattro more. It kind of has that rich texturing, and it has less of a warm tonality and better mids. I think that's kind of the better way to go, but we're all different. They both kind of are known for having, I want to say the Dyna Quattro has 3, maybe 4 dynamic drivers, and the Quattro has 4. So it's just kind of depends on what you want. But for me personally, the binary Dyna Quattro is a big winner, whereas the Penon Quattro it's okay. It's mid. So that's kind of my... Okay, let's rank the Penon Quattro up. I'm giving it a solid B-, which isn't the best score for a a $400 set. The bass is nice. The bass, I don't prefer it, but it is impactful. It has a nice, rich, thick tonality on the right tracks, and you might really, really enjoy it. As far as the mids and treble, they're kind of not there for me. And that, again, the 5s kind of represent the harshness, but also the understanding that it might be okay for some. The soundstage is nice. Again, because the harshness brings things down, it also brings down the soundstage. If one level of the frequency response is just horrible, like you'll probably never see an IEM that has like 1, 10, 10, 10. When one bad range of frequency response dips, it affects other parts of the music and other things as well. And so in this case, because like that magic of the soundstage is diminished by the harshness of the treble. As far as by brand, this is actually my 10th IM that I've reviewed from Penon. We recently reviewed the Penon 3S, the 3 and the Fan 2 kind of together, and the 10th anniversary. I do think the Quattro has a unique quality, especially for our basshead family friends. But the warmth of this IM is going to drive some people crazy. But there's also a beauty to it as well. And so it becomes one of those things that, like, if you're not treble sensitive and you're like, man, I don't mind a warm set, it becomes something that I think could be really cool effect for others. And there's a few songs and a few moments in my music that I really dug and really like on the Quattro, which makes it a unique set and got the score that it did. The hobby's a funny thing. You get to listen to a lot of gear and you get to hear about IMs, and sometimes all of a sudden they show up in your house. And this is kind of one of those times where I was really interested in the 10th anniversary, but the Quattro actually I think is a little bit better, and even better than that was the Fan 3S. It's been an interesting experience being able to demo and experience all these Penon sets, because they don't really send them to a lot of like YouTube reviewers. And a lot of the guys that I share IEMs with, whether it be Jay's Audio, Mark, Koi, Audio Amigo, and a few others, like Awesome Danny, like most of us aren't going to get sent this, so we can't really share it with people. And so it becomes something where, like, I think YouTube can be a really valid place to send IAMs to. And it's kind of disappointing when companies don't do that. And I say that as an enjoyer of YouTube. And I don't say that someone's like, oh yeah, you should send me stuff. But it's an interesting marketing approach. Like, someone was asking me, like, why U9 Chue, like why U9 should send you a free Chue. Like, yeah, they should. I did a lot of great promotion for them, and I was pretty honest about what it was, and I know I kind of built a lot of hype. But I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that is the hobby. A lot of the hobby revolves around the space here at YouTube. And that's an important thing to know. And so I guess that I'm trying to say is not me, but consider that the companies that I listen to are people that are going to make their own companies. I would encourage you to find people that you know will share their IMs with other people, and send them a copy of your set to try to help promote your own thing, because it can really help your business and your brand grow to new levels. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, or think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Have a great day. Bye-bye for now.
Go!
Go.
Go on with you!
You're mid, you're mid, you're mid, you're legendary. You're mid, Jaytis out.